On the 24th February 2014, the Ministry of Finance and Economic Planning was petitioned over these matters.
Yes, as far back as February.
Yeah, this year.
The ministry has not
I'm not sure
to
the
it.
status of that matter now, but I have a copy of that petition here, dated 24 February 2014.
But you don't have any response
No.
from the ministry
No.
as to actions the ministry
No.
would have taken.
No, sir.
So I would then even begin to see this matter as beyond that individual who's on the board. Because it's not, one, it's not on the board on its own. Two, the authority is not a private institution, it's a public institution. Three, the authority has a supervisory ministry. Let's even leave the president out of this for the meantime.
Indeed, Honorable, just to add to it,
Yeah.
When acts of fraud were reported and the EOCO was brought in, the president dissolved the board.
President
dissolved the board. But the point is that all of these things took place when he was actively a board member.
So
and
now
the chairman of the
he's no
Tenants
more on the
Summit.
board.
He's no more on the board, but he's still the external solicitor to the NLA.
That is even more serious. That the person at one time was a board member. I don't know whether when he was a board member he was also acting as a senior solicitor.
Yeah, sure.
That is even
Indeed.
problematic.
In this email, he says it, dated 2012, I am a board member of the NLA appointed by the president. In addition, I am also the external lawyer stroke solicitor for the NLA.
Well, it's a very serious matter because I don't see how a person on a board should also have the opportunity to represent the company as the legal advisor or legal representing the company. It's really serious in the sense that to avoid some of these things, you need to separate the roles that you have to play. Because you go to board to take decisions. Now your decisions may result in legal conflicts. You need somebody to be on the side of the board. One, to advise the board. Two, to represent the board if situations arise which would need representation. But if you are playing those two roles, it's itself a major problem. Now, you are removed from the board. We are not told whether his removal was as a result of some of these allegations. But you are still staying on as the external solicitor for the board, which means you've left, but you're still there, and that whatever you did on the board to enhance or to advance the cause of some companies which you're related to, now you are outside the board, but you're in a position to carry on with it. These are all serious matters, and I don't think the solution is just dissolving the board and letting things lie. The ministry, the authority itself, the head of the authority, retired brigadier, yes, we need to hear from him. We need to hear from the ministry. We need to know the steps they took when these allegations came up. It's not enough to say that I've dissolved the board, go home and go and take your booty. The general thing that I also say is that it appears most of our state boards are facing some problems. They're facing some problems because probably we are not supervising them well. And probably people don't even appreciate the role they are supposed to play on such boards. Some people have taken it to be their full-time jobs. Some people think that that is where they can make so much. Some people end up representing interests, companies, even inside information to companies that they have interest in, and then think that everything is normal. If we are really serious, I think this nation should start looking at how boards operate. Because of late, a lot of issues have come regarding boards of state institutions. You hear at one point 9 members of a board all being sent abroad to go and learn about technical things, and that they went $10,000 for a week or two that they will stay abroad. All sorts of things. The impression we tend to get is that people think that it's another source of employment. I have served on the board before, Tembalube Oil.